Maybe you could tell us, before the Americans came, what did you expect was going to happen? Like when Bush was on the television and saying we're going to get Saddam, what were you thinking would happen before the U.S. came? And try really hard to think about what it was you thought, even with all the things that have happened now. What did you think? At first, but after they.
I wasn't really thinking. I was just studying. I mean, that's pretty much how I saw it. Students around were talking about between, like not believing of what's going to happen, or like thinking that it's just rumors, or thinking what could happen. To be honest, most students were thinking of, how pleased they would be eating McDonald's like 2 months from now, at that time, in Baghdad. I mean, that's as far as people could think, in high school. It was never a main issue. It was never like something that I would be concerned of. I mean, it's true that before the war, I was working with like peace activists and people who used to come as like human shields, and people who used to come to try to stop the war. But for me, it was just out of like personal decision, to help these people, not like something patriotic, or not something, not as I'm thinking of it right now, like more than 2 years after the war.
What happened after the U.S. came? What was it like? After, maybe let's say after Baghdad fell.
I don't know. I can just tell you that my life had like dramatically changed since then. For a long period of time, I had the whole issue of being an activist in an Iraqi society. I was trying to do anything that, from one sense, could first help aware those people, Iraqis, about what's going on in their country, and help spread the awareness outside Iraq of it's not as sweet as it looks like. It gave me more conscious about what's going on. It gave me more responsibility that it's no one else but me, me and my friend and my neighbor. We're supposed to, go out and hold the banner and like say no, and it's no one else could do it. No one else would stand up for us.
Could you tell me about maybe the first time you met people from the U.S., Americans?
Yeah, I actually remember that when it was in January, I think, in early January 2003. I met a few activists who came to Iraq as peace activists, and it was awkward for me. There was a stereotype for an American. American means the American government, and to see an American who doesn't support his government was I don't know, something strange. I mean, I've never met someone. I've never met an American before, and I mean, by time those people, they're still ones of like the best friends that I've had among the international people who are in Iraq. The way that I met them, I was supposed to meet them as a fixer from the by the Minister of Information, and the Iraqi Minister of Information. And the way that they had introduced them to us is like, work with them, but kind of, be careful. They might be like spies for the CIA or something. So I couldn't be close to them. I couldn't. I had my limits. I was afraid of them to an extent. Up until the war started and there was no system anymore, and I met them again. there was like a real relationship that started, and I started to work with them in more trust, and I started to work with more internationals by time, and I started to work in alternative media, like against the war and against the occupation.